Hello. Hello, chat. Happy Sunday. Music a bit loud. Let's see. How's everyone doing? Hello, Beeb. Oh, thank you so much for the happy birthday song. Power, hello. Morningtober and summer, yes. Jack Crow, hello. This is it, Uma Musume. Oh my god. My wrists are sore from all the like tapping I've been doing. It's been, I think, gosh, when did Uma Musume come out? It's been like a month, right? I'm still playing every day. It's crazy. It occurred to me after stream should have posted the charity link in Discord. That's a great idea. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that right after this. How was your weekend? It was good. It was good. Well, okay. Let me introduce what we're doing for the stream today first, and I will tell you about my weekend because it was a fun weekend. So this drawing is a drawing I did in 2020, 5 years ago. Intended to be the like sketch for the cover art for the book that I was gonna put together for my 2020 Inktober drawings, and then I never did it. So we're gonna do it right now, and and this is also very funny because I'm looking at this drawing and I'm like, there's so many mistakes. But anyway, so that's what we're doing today. So I want to get that out of the way before I get on the yapping train. But yeah, my weekend was great. Uma Musume has become super popular. You're such a trendsetter. I mean, I do take a little tiny bit of pride that I streamed it before everybody else, you know. But I'm not surprised. It's quite popular in Japan, I think, and so it makes a lot of sense that it has caught on. You're about to get promoted to class 6 in the team trials. Ooh, I don't know what class number I am. I haven't checked. Joe baby, hello, fellow Joe. You can't be so hard on yourself for what you drew when you were 7 or 31. Nobody knows what age I was in 2020. Anytime I see someone talk about it, I think of you. Yeah, I'm the trendsetter. Yeah, I was actually quite surprised it was a stream game, actually. Like, I'm not surprised it got popular, but I'm surprised people wanted to stream it. But I'm glad they did. It's quite fun watching people play. Juicebox, hello, welcome in. Inktober, yes, we're redrawing some old Inktober art. This is supposed to be kind of like a, I don't know, like a 90s Harajuku, like kawaii deco, like art girl, like candy girl, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember what I was like referencing. But you can tell it's Halloween because she's got a jack-o'-lantern and she has this like bat wing choker and a bat wing earring. And that's how you know it's Halloween still. It's cute. Oh, thank you. I can already see some spots where I'm like, oh, I want to redraw like kind of how this looks. Like I'm not happy with the mouth. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that. But anyway, I had a good weekend. I went to MagWest over the weekend on yesterday, and that was really fun actually because I've never been. Are you guys familiar with Magwest? Like, do you guys know what it is? I had never been. I've heard about it a lot because I always see. I don't know. They must do like a really good job with social media and stuff because I always hear about it. But I've never gone, despite the fact that there is like a branch of the convention that's near where I live. But Magwest, I believe, stands for Music and Gaming Fest. The original convention is called Mag Fest, I think, and then there's one in the Bay Area called Mag West. But yeah, it's a music and gaming convention. So like it's about music and games. And I went because I was like, I don't really know what the music part is about, but I know video games and I like video games, so let's go. Yeah, and it's quite small actually. Like it was just in the, like, it just kind of takes over like a hotel, like a single hotel. So it's not like a super huge, convention, like not even like Fanime size or anything like that. It's quite small, and even though I was only there for one day, I was like, oh, I feel like I got to see everything, which was cool. But yeah, I went with my husband and one of our friends, and gosh, I don't know how to explain. It's like being in a gaming cafe, like a gaming like a board game cafe and a game arcade for like 3 days straight, I guess. And like you just get to like play games. So there, like the whole like first floor was like just a bunch of consoles and like game cabinets set up, and you could just go and play like literally anything. Like as long as you had a badge, you just go in, and like it was just a full room of like half of it was gaming arcades. So like all your famous rhythm games. They had like the Mai Mai, they had the Waka, they had Dance Dance Revolution, they had Pump, they had Dance Rush, whatever the new one is, Dance Rush Stardom. They had that. They had this game called Bomber Girl, which had a really funny sign on it that I kind of wanted to show on stream, but I don't know if I should show on stream because it's got they had a sign explaining what Bomber Girl was, but it also has this like anime girl. Well, it's Bomber Girl. It's the anime girl is Bomber Girl, but her clothes are flying off. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to show that on stream, but it was like what is Bomber Girl? If Bomber Girl, if somebody took Bomberman and made it like League of Legends, that's Bomber Girl. So we tried playing Bomber Girl for a little bit, and that was fun. And then they had like tournaments going on. Like I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mai Mai. It's like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a rhythm game. And the interface looks kind of like a washing machine. Like it's like a big circle with buttons and stuff, but also a touchscreen. And so our friend actually knew somebody who's competing in the tournament. And so like we went and watched that for a bit, and it was really cool seeing like very talented and experienced like rhythm game players just like doing their thing. That was very cool. Heard of MagFest, but never been. Definitely a classic con. Feel like it has existed since I was a kid. Yeah, like I think it's been around for quite a while. And I was like, when I asked, when I brought it up to be like, oh, we should go, I was like, oh, it looks like it's in the Bay Area this year. And it's like, oh, we're like, we should go. It's a good chance. And then it's like, oh wait, it's like been here for many years already. I just like never knew about it or never went. What if Bomberman was a cute girl? Yes. And instead of trying to kill each other, you do like a League of Legends, like try to kill your opponent's base before they kill yours kind of thing. A lot of FGC events will have free to play arcades. That's definitely a nice perk. That's how I finally got to play Arcade Theatrhythm. Yeah, they had a Final Fantasy Theatrhythm arcade cabinet. And I tried it, and it was weird. It was so weird. It was like I mean, kudos to Square Enix, I guess, for trying like an inventive mechanic, I guess. But the way you control Theatrhythm is there's two buttons for your thumbs. So you put both hands on like you're gonna type on a keyboard, and then there's two buttons where your thumbs are, and then there's like one big like I don't know what to call it, like a ball, I guess, like a control stick, I guess, like a gigantic control stick where you're underneath the rest of your fingers, and then you like push it around, and it's really hard to control actually, because it's just like a smooth ball that like you have to push around like a control stick, and that's how you like do the rhythm game. It's very weird, but it was interesting to try it. Yeah, and then there was definitely a lot of like fighting games as well. Like we played just like a random, I think it was like Capcom versus Marvel versus SNK or one of those. It was one of those. And they just had it like, you know, in the hallway, and you could just sit down and play it if somebody else wasn't playing it. So that was cool. What else was there? They had a couple of gambling machines, like slot machines that were like anime themed. Like somebody, and I have to make clear too, it's like a lot of the machines come from just like volunteers. Like there's just people who are in the scene of like this type of gaming, like rhythm games and stuff, and they'll just volunteer to bring their cabinets like to the convention so that everyone can play it, which is crazy. So it's just like, and I think there is one there is a company who brings a lot of the games, but there's quite a number of cabinets that are brought by like volunteers and stuff, just like local community members. Like my friend's friend, the one that we were watching play in the rhythm game tournament, he owns one of the machines. So one of the machines that they were playing on for the tournament was like his like personal machine that he like brought from home. It's just crazy to me. There was an Ace Attorney slot machine. I took a picture with it. It's crazy. Like I don't know how to play slots, so I didn't know how to like progress, but there is some kind of story, I think, that you can progress. Like you do the slot machine, and then like Phoenix and like Maya and them will like show up on the screen, and they're like walking around like gathering evidence and stuff like as you play the slot machine. I don't really know how that works, because again, I don't know how slot machines work. But oh, Matt, hello. MagFest is pretty nifty. Been a while since I've been though. Yay! Yeah, I had a great time. It was a cute, cozy con. I imagine the real MagFest is probably a lot bigger. But it was very not overwhelming, which I enjoyed. I hope to own a few calves, but arcades themselves are disappearing, so most owners are honestly just enthusiasts. Yeah, that's yeah, I can't imagine. And you know, it takes a lot of like, I'm sure it takes a lot of like specialty, you know, expertise or knowledge to be able to like maintain it, you know, and that's not something everybody has access to either. I'm gonna change the design of this bat necklace. Should I draw this? Is it weird that she's munching on a gigantic lollipop like this, like a golden retriever? I don't know. Maybe I'll deal with that later, I suppose. Okay. Sweater time. What else was there? Okay, so and then in the game hall, so there was that. Like there are all these machines, and then like the other half of the game hall was like indie games, which was cool. Like it was just a bunch of tables set up, like people just like, I guess local game developers just like set up tables or set up like, you know, they just had monitors and like a laptop or like a Steam Deck or something, and they're just like, hey, would you like to try my game that's like coming out in a couple weeks? And you're like, oh, okay, sure. So I sat there and I tried a couple of games. And they were like, oh yeah, this one's coming out on Steam soon, so you should wishlist it. It's like, okay, cool. So I don't know, it was neat, like trying out local indie games, and not just like computer games too. Like there were people, I guess, who came and they were testing or showing off like card games that they had made, or like there were some people, I think, who had brought like arcade games, like indie arcade cabinet games. So they had their own like arcade cabinet, like all assembled and like set up and stuff, so you could play arcade cabinet game. So that was really impressive. I was just blown away. It was really cool. Greg, hello. Birthday weekend. She's one of those. Yes, I'm one of those people who have birthday weekends. It's not weird other than the fact no one eats lollipops that way, so it's clearly them posing for a picture. Yes. I mean, you could eat a lollipop this way if you really wanted to. Hands free. Hands free if you wanna I don't know, not let go of your video game controller or something. Oh, the shoulders are so too small. The shoulders are too small. I don't know what to do about it. Oh, there's a chirping noise. I hear a chirping noise. What's happening? I feel like I hear a chirping noise in my house, and I think that means that one of our fire alarm detectors is out of battery. It's freaking me out. Love seeing indie games at MagFest. One thing I miss from Fanime is there weren't many games there, which makes sense given the market. Yeah, it was quite different. Yeah, it felt very different. And then we went, there's like a little artist alley, like very small, definitely not as big as, like bigger anime conventions. But I met the artist who, I have this Tamagotchi themed bag that I got off of Kickstarter, and it just so happened that the artist who made that bag was tabling there. So I was like, I was wearing my bag when I like to the convention. And so I walked by, and then I was like, whoa! And then he was like, whoa, did you buy that yesterday? And I was like, no, I bought it like years ago from your Kickstarter. And he was like, whoa! So that was kind of funny. So we talked a little bit about Tamagotchi, and I told him how whenever I go to the Tamagotchi meetups, like everybody's like, where'd you get the bag? And then like, he's like, wow, that's cool. And then we talked a little bit about Final Fantasy 14, because I guess he plays too. People who are really daring have birthday weeks. I mean, I talk about my birthday week, but only in the privacy of my home. I get away with things like not doing chores or something by saying it's my birthday week. So there you go. Drawing reminds me a little bit of Carrie Pamu Pamu. Yeah, like I think there's a similar. It is drawing from that like subculture that she, I think, has popularized, or become iconic for. I guess I don't know if people would credit her as popularizing it necessarily, but that's the idea. Oh yeah, and then the music, like we walked upstairs to the like artist alley area, and then there was just like a room like right next to the artist alley that people were just like playing music in. Like they're like, I peeked inside and it was like people with trumpets and like a saxophone and like they were just jamming out to like whatever. And like I don't know if it was a performance or if it was like specifically like oh, here's like a free play, like kind of music jam room. So if you want to come join in with whatever instruments you have, like feel free. And so they were just like playing, and you can kind of hear it through the walls, like in the artist alley. So that was cool. What do you mean clean the shower? It's my birthday. I know. Yell at the mildew and the germs and be like, it's my birthday. You can't be causing problems like this. It's my birthday. Leave me. The germs have to stop for the birthday. It's the rule. God, we have a fighting game character based on her now? What? Tell me more. What fighting game is she sort of in? That's crazy. Sylvie Paula Paula from the King of Fighters series. That's a great name. That's very funny. Yeah, so the music was cool, and then like, you know, we were walking around, you know, just around like because all the rooms are kind of spread out across the hotel, so we were just walking around. There were just some people in the lobby, and they were just jamming out, playing Chrono Trigger music. There were do 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 do, like they were just doing that in the hallway. Like I was just like, that's so cool. And then like everywhere we went, there were people like wheeling around like musical instruments. It was so interesting. I just like, I don't know, it was just so interesting because it's like, oh, it's like clearly, I mean, I can definitely see the gaming part, but like it's cool that the music part is like very still, you know, very much a live part of this as well. I feel like the shoulder needs to be bigger. What else? And then we walked to a different room, and they had like non-electronic games. Like they just had this like board game and tabletop game room. So I guess somebody just brought like this huge library of board games, so you could just like chill in there and like play. But we didn't, because we were like, oh, I don't, you know, we're not gonna sit here we gotta go. But like you could just check out a board game and play, and there were people playing. I mean, this part's kind of normal. Like they have this at Fanime too, I think. But like, you know, there were people playing like a pickup game of like Dungeons and Dragons, and then there was some guys playing what are those like miniature figurine games? I don't think it was Warhammer. It had to do with like cars. But, you know, they had like a field that was like 3D, and then they had all these figurines that were on the board, and so these guys are just sitting around the table like playing, and then they tried to get us to, they're like, do you want to learn how to play? And we're like, oh, we don't have the, like, you know, we don't have the money to get into a hobby like this. Like, we're already into Magic the Gathering and stuff. And then they're like, nah, this one's really cheap. This one's super cheap. Like, they're really trying to sell us on, like, like, they're like, no, it's not too hard to get started. Like, figurines are only, like, this much or whatever. We're like, oh, okay. But they were very passionate about it, so that was fun. I remember the OG MagFest had lots of video game related concerts and stuff. Yeah, I don't think there were any concerts. Actually, no, there were performances, but I wasn't keeping too close of a look at the schedule, because I wasn't really sure how long I was gonna be there. But like, I do know Super Soul Brothers was there. I think they may be local to the area, which is why. But I know they had a performance at some point on the schedule. Yeah, so there might have been performances. I just didn't see any. Anytime there's video game music in a remotely public place, it's like a siren's call. Yeah, like one time I was in a children's bookstore, and they were playing Professor Layton music, and I was like, why are they playing Professor Layton's music in the children's bookstore? How do I how do I talk about this with someone? What does this mean? Like, did somebody put this on the playlist like not knowing what it was, or did somebody put it on the playlist knowing exactly what it was and thinking this is perfect for the children's bookstore? I don't know. What does this mean? Anyway, yeah, but it was wonderful. Tabletop stuff. What else do we see? Yeah, we got some people tried to get us to play the figurine game with them. We there were mahjong tables set up. We sat and we played like a round of mahjong, and like because our friend that we went with has played a bit because the rhythm game friend that we were watching also like invites people to their house for like mahjong nights or whatever, so my friend was like kind of familiar with it. And he was like, oh look, there's mahjong tables here, and I was like, cool, like do you want to show us a little bit? And he's like, well, I don't like fully remember the rules and stuff. And then I guess and then a guy came over, I guess he was like one of the staff minding the mahjong tables. He was like, oh, do you want me to teach you how to play? And we're like, sure. So we sat and we played mahjong, and he was such a good teacher. And I never played mahjong in my life. Like, I don't know anything about it. Except that it's a little bit like poker, kind of. And now I came out of that, like, it was like an hour or whatever. I came out of that understanding kind of how to play mahjong, but also like how to tell if I'm like doing well or not, which is important for a game, I guess. And I think like I kind of want to do a mahjong stream or something where I'm like today I'm going to, I don't know, like I'm going to go on a quest to beat all of the mahjong, you know, the NPCs in the mahjong minigame in Final Fantasy 14, because apparently Final Fantasy 14 has a pretty good like mahjong client, like gaming setup. I don't know, it's like fun. But there's a little bit of like memorization I think that's needed, that I'm not still like, you know, in the same way that in poker you kind of have to know like, oh, these are the hands that are possible, and like these are sort of the things that you should try to build toward. Like, so there's obviously similar patterns in mahjong that I do not that I am not like, it's not in my head. Like I just don't have them memorized, so that's something that I would have to learn over time. Some say that Final Fantasy XIV is the retirement home of the FCG, the fighting game community, but some also say mahjong is where they end up. There's definitely some arcade gaming mahjong crossover, yeah, which I think is so interesting. But yeah, I don't know. It was cool, and the guy who taught us was really, really cool. And apparently, he's part of like a local like mahjong club, and they have like a building. So if you want to go, you know, pay however many dollars an hour to go like hang out at the mahjong tables in their little like venue, like you can just do that, and that's just like a local place you can go to play mahjong, I guess. So now I know a little bit about mahjong. It's cool. I'd first get a few games out and see if it's doable. But isn't it funnier if I just full send into mahjong and then fail spectacularly? Or, you know, heart of the cards, beginner luck. I don't know. But yeah, I have never even opened the Final Fantasy mahjong minigame, even though it's been there for years. I just never thought I would ever try it, but now I feel like I can. I've come out of this a mahjong player. I learned a lot. It was cool. And the guy was such a good teacher. And like he would ask us questions like, you know, because if you guys don't know how mahjong work, it's kind of like poker, but instead of playing a hand like every round, you're basically like, every round is like you you draw a card, a tile, and you discard a card, and then based on that, you kind of try to like build your hand to like the best, you know, to be worth as many points as possible. And so you know, there's a decision making that you have to do to figure out like, oh, what card are you gonna discard? Because one, like you have to think about what's good for your hand, and then two, you have to think about like, oh, is this gonna help somebody else? If I discard a card and then, you know, that opens it up for somebody to steal it if they really need it. Do I want to let that happen, basically? And so our teacher was like trying to be like, we were like, okay, I don't know what to discard. And he's like, well, let's think about this. Like, what kind of hands could you make? You know, like, what's the probability of this? And he's like, you know, and so then when we got to our turn, and then I'd be like, I think I should discard this one. I would just like look at him like, did I get it right? Am I learning? Are you proud of me, teacher? And then if he was like, yes, he's like, yes, I think that's probably the least useful to you right now because of this and this and this. I'm like, yes, I did it. I impressed the teacher. I was like so eager to impress the mahjong teacher. So that was really fun. Oops. Okay. The head shape is looking okay, I think. I'm gonna make the eye a bit bigger on this side. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it might be fun to play mahjong. And then my friend was like, I was like, that was so fun. And then my friend was like, oh yeah, like there's this mobile game called Mahjong Soul that like if you want to play, like you can just add me as a friend on there, and then you know we could play mahjong. And I was like, oh, what's Mahjong Soul? And he's like, oh, it's just a mobile game about mahjong. It's got anime girls in it. And I'm like, oh, is it like a gacha game? He's like, not really. It's just like a really good mahjong, like on the go mahjong, like not chat room, but like it's just like a client. It's a game client, and it's really good. It just happens to have anime girls on it, but like the client is good enough that like serious mahjong players will play on it. So I downloaded it, and I was like, that was exactly it. Like there was no gacha, there was no story, there was no like, you know, spend $20 now and like get your favorite mahjong girl character or whatever. It was just like, here's some anime girls who like to play mahjong, and now you can just create a game, join or create a game. You can play ranked if you want. Have fun. And I was like, oh, okay, this is just a mahjong player, like the Yahoo games list back in the day. Remember Yahoo Games? Remember playing chess on Yahoo Games? Is that a thing people did back then? I feel like the jaw is like not even. Is this better? Slightly better? I've heard about how mahjong players tend to move from client to client. Oh, like just because, like, why is that? Do new clients appear better than the old ones? Final Fantasy 14 was the best when it came out, but now there were really good mobile ones, etc. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, it's just so funny to me that Final Fantasy 14 was like so good that people just joined in order to play mahjong. Social options, better matchmaking. I can imagine has huge skill gaps. Yeah. The mobile game that my friend recommended had like ranked matches that I didn't even try clicking into, but yeah, maybe it's got a good like matchup system or something. I don't know. Buttonholes. How do you draw buttonholes? I don't know. I practiced drawing a train yesterday. Woke up today a more humble man. What was the occasion? Or were you just like, I need to practice drawing vehicles? I mean, I commend your bravery. I don't think I've drawn, like, when was the last time I drew a car? Like a car? Never, probably. Can I draw a car right now? Car challenge. Car challenge. Where did where did the lights go? License plate. Grail? Bumper? Tire cover thingy? Door? Window? Windshield? Is this how cars look? Back door? Car cover, tire cover thing? Why does my car look really old? It looks like a car from like the 60s or something. How was that? Did I succeed? I don't know how tires work. I think they have some kind of hubcap. The hubcap is in there somehow. Like this? It looks nice except maybe the wheels. Yeah, I don't know how wheels work. I've been drawing new things every day, not inking at the end, just 6B pencil. That looks nice, especially. Thank you. I'm gonna cut that into a different layer. Oh, my computer freeze. Stop. I believe in you. Oh God. Okay. Everything's fine. Practicing drawing new things every day is a good thing to do. I don't do that enough for sure. I wish I did. I had kind of like a moment like earlier in the year where I was like, I should draw every day, like a little bit. It doesn't matter. Like I can just draw every day for a little bit, you know? I'm gonna up my drawing habit, get more drawing into my life. And I did it for like 2 days. And I went on the spree too, where I was like, oh, I'm gonna draw on my phone. You know, so I don't have an excuse. I can just draw wherever I am. And then I definitely didn't do that. Because I got lazy, I guess. But I was like, what if I can just draw whatever's around? I'm like, I'm not that interested in drawing whatever's around. I don't know. I have like a hard time picking what to draw. Not new every day, things run out, but things I'm not used to, which happens to be a lot of things. Yeah, that's real. I feel that. Can you tell I'm avoiding drawing the hair? I don't want to draw the hair. What the heck happened to this? I wonder if I made a mistake while inking. Do you see how there's this like frilly part on this side, but not on this side? What was I thinking? Yeah, but anybody else do anything fun for the weekend? I talked a lot about my MagWest experience. It was great. Had a good time. I don't know if I would go again though. I think if I go, I feel like it would be more worth it to go if I was actually gonna attend the whole weekend, because then you pay, you know, however much money and you get to just sit inside a hotel and play games forever. for 3 days, which is very cool. Oh, there was another thing that like I think that a couple of the voice actors for Final Fantasy VII Remake were there, and they were like signing. They had like an autograph table. Like Aerith was there. I remember seeing a really long line, but Aerith's voice actor was there. I think Barrett's was also there, but I wasn't sure. All normal besides that? Uh-oh. You shouldn't confess your crimes in chat. You gotta wait until the statute of limitations is up, at least. Okay, time to draw big curly pigtail curls. Oh my god, wrong pen. Yeah, but it was a good time. It was nice going to a convention that isn't either for work or for just like an anime con, of which I've been to many times, I guess. It's a bit refreshing. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Hair. 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 How does the hair? Maya Sakamoto? No. The English dub voice actors. It was not it was not the Japanese voice actors. This convention is much too small for that. But people were very excited to see them there. Yeah, that was a huge line. Hair? I smooth out the hair. Humongous pigtail hair. Actually, she looks kind of cute with just the side ponytail, huh? But I shouldn't change it too much. I should not change it too much. I remembered Temmie was at MagFest one of the years I went. Oh, really? Temmie seems like a really cool person. I follow them on, well, gosh, almost every social media, but I love seeing their, like, daily life sketches. I admire those greatly. I kind of want to do some of my own, but I, alas, continue to be too lazy to do so. When are we getting more Seiyu adventures? I don't know. Just luck, I guess. We'll see. I mean, I go to Japan pretty often, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just randomly see somebody in the street. I don't know if I know any Japanese voice actors well enough by, like, face that I would just randomly... I would know that I've seen them. Like, could I recognize a Seiyu in the street? I think the only one I can kind of recognize is probably Hana and Natsuki, because I watch his YouTube sometimes. Voice of Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, among other things. They've been posting out baking. Yeah, they like made like a croissant or something. They're like, I made this. I don't know. I love the daily comics. And it's not, it's like less pressure than a comic. It's just like a little doodle. How do you just sit down and just doodle? Obviously hard to just from a panel in the signing, but she seemed nice in person. Yeah, I mean, she seems like a cool person. Just like very, very chill. Very chill. I enjoy their art. They're very good at drawing with like shapes. Is Toby Fox doesn't like show up at conventions, right? Oops. Like Toby Fox is like more secretive. Oh no, the pigtails are imbalanced. What do I do? This? Does this look more balanced? I think I gotta make this part look bigger. He seems pretty quiet in general. Okay. Yeah, like he doesn't show up in like nobody knows what he looks like, right? Like he hides his face. Like he's just not like a public. He just doesn't want to be a public figure, which honestly, good for him. That probably makes his life so much easier than it would be otherwise. He shows up at your house sometimes. Ah, okay. Oh, is his face known? Sent in a donation to the campaign you're doing this week. Oh, Power! Thank you so much! You're the best, thank you! Yeah, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream. I'm doing a little fundraiser. Because this weekend is my birthday weekend. And for my birthday wish, I was like, I want to do something a little nice, give back. So, I decided to try to promote a little fundraiser for the Transgender Law Center. Folks that are doing very good work, helping trans folks, you know, live their lives and defending their rights and things, important things like that. And the donation link is pinned to the top of the chat. So, and I'm gonna, and it's not gonna end at the end of the stream. It's gonna be up there. I'll leave it open until the end of like today, Pacific time. So like midnight. It's gonna go through the rest of today. So yeah, if you are, you know, you want to help good cause on behalf of my birthday, send a couple bucks in there. Yeah. So thank you so much, Power, for reminding me to promote it and also for making a donation. We do know what Toby Fox looks like, at least a younger version of him. Oh, okay. Maybe he's grown like facial hair or something to like disguise himself so he doesn't look as familiar. Nostrada, hello. How's the weekend been? It's been good. I was telling chat that I was at a convention this weekend. I was at MagWest. I learned how to play Mahjong. Is one of these hands smaller than the other? Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. How do I make this hand bigger? He tries to avoid new photos. Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, if I were him, I'd probably do the same. Okay, I'm making the hand big so it's more even. So she doesn't have lopsided hands. But yeah, weekend's good. Also, I got some boba. It's in the fridge. I'm not drinking it right now because then you'll hear me chewing boba into the microphone and that's probably unpleasant. What else? Oh, I was working on, I forget if I mentioned this. I may have kept quiet about it because I was like scared of mentioning it before it was revealed, but I contributed an illustration to like a fan video game that the fans of the VTuber that I really like, Casper Catacini, I contributed some art to this game, and that game was for his birthday, which is today. So and he finally got to see it. He hasn't played through it all the way through, so I don't know if or when he will ever see the art that I contributed, because I contributed the bad ending art. So I don't know if he'll ever see that, but like he got to see it today. He was surprised, and that was very nice. So I tuned in for a little bit of his stream earlier today. and was just like, yay, he saw it. So that was nice. I'm excited. I hope he gets to play through it. That was good. The bad ending art you no, there was a spreadsheet. It was like you sign up. They had the people who were organizing the game. Oh my god, they did such a great job. But anyway, they were like, they had the spreadsheet where it's like, oh, we need artists for, you know, different scenes, like CGs for like an RPG maker game, basically. And you know, here's the list of the scenes we need, and like no need for like artistic consistency. This is just like trying to get as many of the fans participating as possible. So like just sign up for, so if you're an artist, just like sign up. And yeah, there were a couple that were still open at the time that I signed up for it, and I was like having a really hard time deciding. Like some of them were like, oh, you know, this character fights this other character, and like it's kind of like the showdown or like the aftermath of their battle or something like that. But I was like, I want to do the bad ending because it looks funny. Like the description of it was funny. Anyway, I'll probably post it maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks from now. Once he gets to like hopefully take a look at it. But yeah, so that was exciting. I was very excited about that. I don't know. I want to be recognized. I don't really. I actually do not want to be perceived by him whatsoever. I'm so like scared. I hardly ever chat because I'm like, I don't want him to know I exist. What good would that do for him? I'm too shy. Okay, I gotta figure out what I want to do about this lollipop thing. Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, la 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 la. I mean, it looks funny just sticking out of her mouth, but that's okay, I guess. I feel like if I didn't have that, it would be, I don't know. I'd be changing the original drawing too much. I've already changed it quite a bit. I cannot draw a straight line. I can't draw a straight line. Okay, that's good enough, probably. Okay. Reminds me of something Toby said on my couch today. He said Delta Rune will have 3 endings and they're all the bad ending. I can't tell if you're joking or not because that sounds like something that could happen. That sounds like something that Delta Rune like would do as a narrative. Just be all bad endings. Oops, all bad endings. You couldn't tell if he was joking either. No, did he actually say that somewhere? Like, did he post about it? That'd be funny if he did. These are all the bad ending. No joy? I'm so gullible, you know this already. Don't tell me things unless you want me to be extremely trusting about it. I am probably gonna regret drawing the hair like this. How am I supposed to color this in? Why would it be real? It could be real, I don't know. I need to draw this jack-o'-lantern. Should I make the jack-o'-lantern look cooler? What do jack-o'-lanterns look like? I drew this just like a pumpkin. Well, not jack-o'-lanterns, like trick-or-treat baskets. Pumpkin candy basket. I guess this is what it looks like, huh? Okay. I guess the eyeballs or like the decorations have a bit of dimension to them, I suppose. I guess I'm only screwing myself. I see fun facts and they are perceived as false. Just like our apartment building's fire smoke alarm. Like when I said Aladdin is Chinese in the original story, that was real? He is? That's cool. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to believe. What else has been going on? Oh, I bought Dwarf Fortress. So I guess continuing to add to my list of things that I want to stream. Because it's on sale. It was on sale. It might still be on sale. So I was like, I should get it, because this is as low as it's gonna get. Whoops, wrong pen. You want to look at a few tutorials for Dwarf Fortress? You guys will help me out, right? I think we have some Dwarf Fortress enthusiasts. I'm happy to be led along in Dwarf Fortress land by chat. Just like with Minecraft and RuneScape. The story's from Arabia, but it's set in China. Oh, no way. I didn't realize that. I spent most of yesterday cozying up my desktop. Found a cool window theme that's purple and corally pink. Now all my windows look cool. Yay! Oh my gosh. Setting up your workspace so that it looks nice is so satisfying. I can't help myself. I used to be, when I was a kid, wait, do people still use like Windows themes and stuff? I'm assuming that's maybe what Nostrada is speaking to. But there used to be these like theme managers for Windows, and I don't know if people still use them. But you can make like your start bar look different. Like you could customize like a lot of stuff, so it wouldn't even look like Windows anymore. And actually, in fact, I remember customizing one of these, using one of these to make my desktop look like the .hack desktop for a little while, and then I got frustrated with it because you couldn't make it that clean and also still be able to like access stuff. But yeah, I remember messing around a lot with that as a kid. Can I share a picture link? Oh sure, let me I guess permit Nistrata. I should increase the permission time for permit. I feel like 60 seconds is very short. Let me take a look. I shall click. Some people use wallpapers, but that's all anyone does these days. Yeah, that's why I'm curious, because like, ooh, okay, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. You got like the live clock in the corner. Oh yeah, and you've got like your like the custom like Windows UI stuff. That looks good. That looks really nice. Yeah, that looks great. Oh man, yeah, I used to mess in the, yeah, and then also putting the taskbar in a different spot. It just looks good. It just looks good. That looks greatness. Oh man, gosh, it makes me want to mess with it a little bit, but I know it's a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down anymore. I need to do other things. It's fun putting it together. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Browsing all of the available themes out there, seeing all the cool things people made. Not as prolific as it used to be back in the Windows 7 days, but there's still a few UI artists out there, yeah. It used to be that you could go on like DeviantArt and like there was like a UI like theme category on DeviantArt and you could go there and download stuff. I bet nobody does that anymore, but still. I actually use a program to replace my taskbar and start menu because I hate the Windows 11 start menu. Too big of icons, too much empty space. Oh, wait, what program do you use? Do you have an alternative taskbar? I guess Power. I'm curious. I remember having a thing a long time ago that gave me like a Mac OS dock on Windows XP. Yeah. Or like, you know, you can like change the way the program switcher works when you alt tab or whatever. And I think you can actually get, there used to be something on Windows. It might have been just called like Launchy or something like that. But you know how like with Mac OS, you do like command space and then like brings up that like search bar. There used to be something that you could do to like get that on Windows too. Start 11. You patch out the recommend section. Oh, I never heard of Start 11. I'm gonna Google it because I'm curious. Stardock. Oh, Stardock. Okay. Start 11, the industry's most advanced start menu. Look at this website. Ah, okay. So yeah, it's got. Ah, I see. Got it. Maybe I should do this. Because there's a bunch of stuff in the start menu that I'm like, I don't really care about all that. Also, I want to disable the Copilot thing. Like, I accidentally trigger the AI program like 3 times a day, and I never want it. I don't want to use your AI bot. Stop it. I don't even know how. I think it's like because it's like Windows key C or something like that, and I accidentally hit it when I command, you know, copy paste or whatever. I know Linux distros still have quite a bit of skins and stuff people create. Yeah, Linux is fun that way. Too bad I like playing video games. And I, you know, to be fair, creative apps. I don't know if Linux has. Can you do Clip Studio Paint on Linux? I don't know. Vertical taskbar people scare me. I had a vertical taskbar phase. And then, I don't know, I think the novelty wore off and I was just like, oh, I don't know, whatever. I'm still on 10 mostly because I don't want to break anything. I've learned I can't put my taskbar on the side of my screen. I disabled Copilot on my PC. Oh, is there a setting somewhere? I should have looked harder. Okay, because I keep accidentally triggering it, and I don't know why. The more desperate they are, so I say good. It's a sign of weakness. JoJo's Redemption! Hey, fellow JoJo! You weren't at the International JoJo Conference. May I know why? Oh, I've been caught! It's because it was my birthday. It was my birthday, and I was hanging out at a gaming convention this weekend. Because that's what I wanted to do. I'm just a little birthday guy. It's an easy tweak on Windows 11 Pro, registry tweak on Windows 11 Home. Okay, got it. Proton Bottle's Lutris is great, but it's still too clunky for me to want to use, and I say this as someone who's comfortable in a Linux kernel. Beef, another JoJo sighting. Wish I could edit registry on my work laptop. Oh no. And that's arguably probably where you spend most of your time, at least on weekdays. Chat as heck, hello. Hello, I know you're a cool person because you've got Chow emotes. Top screen taskbar so stuff is a drop-down menu. Cause drop-down menu supremacy? Is that what we're saying here? Have I ever done top-down menu? I don't think I ever have. I think I tried it once and I like kept accidentally like minimizing because that makes it so the taskbar is next to the top bar of Windows. And so then I think I kept like accidentally clicking where I didn't want to click. So I don't think I ever spent a significant amount of time as a top taskbar person. Windows 11 Pro, you can use group policy editor to turn it off. With Home, there's a registry tweak to turn it off. Okay, got it. I'm sure I'm sure I can find a write-up somewhere about where exactly to look. Some people have been able to get Clip Studio to work on Linux, but it sounds like it's not super easy. Okay, yeah, I don't want to mess with I don't want to bother with like a maybe working Clip Studio. I don't know. Maybe once I'm drawing on my Surface Pro. What is this? Surface Pro 9. At some point it's gonna become obsolete. Maybe when it does, I'll experiment with creating like a Linux tablet or something. Your lucky page 345, section 65 states you're exempt on your birthday. Happy birthday, though. Oh, thank you. I need to read my JoJo handbook more. I do. I need to file for a replacement copy because either I didn't get one or I lost it maybe immediately after getting one. So I need to, but I haven't been able to pay the $50 replacement fee for the JoJo handbook. But I'm saving up. We'll get it. We'll get it done. I wonder if pen support works in CSP and Wine, since that'd be a driver thing. Yeah, like I wonder. Yeah, I'm curious about the touchscreen stuff. Like how that would work. I'm sure people have done touchscreen Linux. So I don't think this would be too hard, maybe? But it'd be fun to be like, I have a Linux tablet now. I like it thematically. Top taskbar, dark theme for my personal computer. Bottom taskbar, light theme for sterile office computer. I think it helps me stay focused more since it feels less like my computer. Ah, you're kind of like psychologically, like helping yourself kind of stay in the zone, the work zone or the play zone, which makes sense. I've done the exact opposite, and I use the same. I like cutified both my personal and my work laptop. Like they both have the same like pastel purple and pink wallpaper because I really like this wallpaper that I am using. But then what I do with my work computer, because it's a Mac computer and it has the multiple desktops thing, is I set different wallpapers on different desktops to represent like different projects I'm working on, and then I like collect the windows related to the same project on the same desktop. So then when I'm like scrolling through my desktops, I'll be like, this is the desktop for that project, or this is the desktop for the other project. Yeah, but my Windows computer is much simpler, I guess, in some ways. JoJo Story will forever be my fave JoJo. Aw, Vive, that's so nice. Wonder how many JoJos there are. Disabling Copilot even removes it from the taskbar. Oh, thank God. Yes, please. Since switching to Linux, I definitely haven't felt like switching back to Windows, but it's definitely not for everyone. It helps that Windows at work has been getting worse and worse. I blame all the Copilot integration. Yep. You've had Notepad crash on you? Oh, no. No! We should all go back to Windows, like, 2000. Windows XP! The OG! Make everything compatible. Man, you know how, like, retro games, or, like, retro-looking games are, like, all the rage nowadays? Which I'm not complaining about. I think that's really cool. But what if game devs went one step further and like new games that came out were only compatible with like Windows XP? I think that would be a real power move. It's like, this game is not compatible with Windows 11. You have to have like a Windows XP virtual machine in order to play this game. If I was a game dev, I would do that. It would probably not be a very financially successful move, but I think it would be cool. That makes me less eager to switch back. Yeah. Though, Matt, are you? Oh, I was okay. You just commented about games. I was gonna ask you about games because I remember back many years ago when I tried Linux. That was one thing that was hard. The games. Linux support for games have gotten way better. Main hitch are if you want to play brand new games right when they come out, or if you want to play larger multiplayer games. Oh, okay. So a lot of multiplayer games want to have rootkits to prevent cheating. Okay. Oh, so it's like are devs better nowadays at supporting Linux, or is it like the Linux community that is like doing, I don't know, providing patches or stuff to make games compatible? I haven't found a Linux distribution that fits how I use a computer. I've tried KDE Plasma, GNOME 3, Mate, Cinnamon. I'm surprised that I have an easier time getting used to a Mac than any of the Linux DEs. Yeah. It's, I mean, it's a trade-off, you know? Like, it's more Wild West out there, but, like, so there's a lot of flavors for a lot of different people, whereas, you know, for Mac, it's like, I'm sure they do a lot of research on, like, what works for the greatest amount of people possible. So it makes sense that they're like, you know, it's a lot easier for people to just kind of jump into, you know, Mac, for example. Final Fantasy X is a retro game. Yes, it is. I would probably swap to Linux if gaming on the OS were any level beyond terrible. Oh no. Game with a maximum requirement. We made a new game. It's only available as a physical Game Boy Color only cartridge. I think somebody's done that recently. I can't recall what exactly. Valve is the answer. I think people would think that you're just trying to get people to open up their computers to security holes. Well, if you're in a VM, it's probably okay, yeah. Valve spent a bunch of money hiring code weavers to make a custom version of Wine. Oh, okay. Okay, so that probably did not exist back when I was in high school or college or whatever. They made a layer on top of one called Proton to make games fairly plug and play. Ah. Makes devs less likely to care about Linux game dev. Just write the game for Windows and let Valve Proton make it run on Windows. Ah, okay. Some games actually run better on Linux. Oh, that's so interesting. There's about 14 indie games that are playable on GB or NES cartridges. See, that's so cool. I think that's awesome. That reminds me, at the marketplace yesterday when I was at the convention, there was a table where they were selling cassette tapes of like lo-fi video game music that I assume that they made. I hope they made it, but they were selling these really cute, and they were, you know, designed and stuff. Like the cassette tapes had this like nice, like, you know, cover art on it, and like the tapes themselves looked, you know, had like nice printing on it or whatever. And I was like, oh my god, I would buy one, except I don't own a cassette tape player. It was so cool. And then they also had CDs that they were selling of their music. Did I get it? No, I didn't, because like, how am I gonna play it? I don't have it. And I was like, I looked at their table because I was like, are they selling cassette players? Like, do they have cool looking, like, designed cassette tape players? But they did not. They only had the tapes. But yeah, I mean, now that I'm remembering it, I'm like, maybe I should have just bought one and figured it out later. And then just play my cassette tape over and over again in the background when I'm cleaning or something. Or get a Walkman and listen to it while I'm doing laundry or whatever, like walking around the house. I've done the liner, everybody. Oh, I need to do the little hair decorations. Oh, that's my secret little car. Okay. That'd be so fun. I should get I bet there's Walkmans. Like, somebody on Kickstarter has been like, do you miss Walkmans? You know, here we've designed a brand new Walkman for those who are retro at heart that can play all your favorite, you know, cassette tapes, but also has USB charging and the battery or something like that. My bets would be on them having ripped somebody else's video and poorly recorded it. I want to believe that it's their music and they're not just selling. I mean, I don't know, the cassettes, like, maybe they designed the cassettes. I would be really surprised if they attempted to do that at a convention that is half about music, because, like, I'm sure the musicians would be like, hell no, get out of here. You're gonna get kicked out of the artist alley. That would be a really gutsy move, I think, if they pulled that at MagWest. Let us believe. There's probably a Walkman that connects to your phone. It's just a shell. Oh, it's like a Bluetooth, like transmits or something like that. Oh, or do you mean like the music's transmitting from the phone so that you can get the Walkman aesthetic without actually needing cassette tapes? I don't know how I'm gonna color all these hair accessories. I have to decide colors for all of this. It'd be cool if they were blank tapes. You can make your own mixtape. How would I make a mixtape nowadays? That is a very interesting question. So if I have like, I mean, well, technically any cassette tape is a blank tape if you believe hard enough. I mean, if you don't care about the stuff that's already on it, I suppose. But could you like, you would have to get some kind of, yeah, I guess you just have to get an audio cable, I guess, out of your, that connects from like a headphone jack from your computer or your phone into like an auxiliary thing into the Walkman or whatever you're using to record, I guess. So I guess it wouldn't be that hard. You would just need the right ports and the right cables. And then you could just play whatever. You could play whatever from your computer and then like have it record to the cassette player? I guess? Something like that? I don't know. Oh my god. Now I kind of want to look and see if there's like a... Is there like a cassette tapes like subreddit? I wonder. I bet there is. Okay. Now I finished the line art. So she looks a bit floaty without like a torso, which is I think why I drew... Like I drew this side, but it looks a bit too wide given her shoulders. Maybe I just do like this? Does this look fine? No, that looks lopsided. Get more cloth looking, like lumpy, something like that. That looks fine, perhaps. The trick is that since it's based on another person's properties, that if someone said that's mine, they'd have no recourse because then the video game company could turn around and say, actually, it's ours. The old fan art gray area argument, yeah. Smartphones are retro too. The first generation ones are like 16 years old. They're in high school now. The first phones. All right, we are going to block in some colors. Oh man, cassette tapes. Did you guys grow up with cassette tapes? I actually don't have a good sense of how old you guys are on average. I think most of you are around my age, so you probably remember cassette tapes. I remember, I mean, everybody sit down for old person talk, I guess, but like, I remember, what you would do is you would listen. I mean, this is how mixtapes were made, is that you would have like a little boombox that has a built-in radio in it. And then you would listen to the radio, and as you're listening to the radio, you would also have a cassette tape there. And when a song came on that you were like, I want to save this forever, you would press record, and and then you would have the music on your cassette tape. And then you could and then you stop recording when the song's done, and then you could do that as many times as you want. But like the trick is you had to sit there and wait while listening to the radio to get the music you wanted. What's a tape? Oh no. I know my dad had them, but they were being phased out for CDs when I was a wee lad. Oh, dang. Oh, you were a CD era. I know my younger sister, who barely experienced cassette tapes at some point, bought blank tapes in a charity shop cassette player to make mixtapes because she was enchanted by the idea. She ended up going, oh, this isn't actually that good. I was more enamored with the idea. Well, there was a bit of romanticism behind it, I think, because that's like a thing that you would do for like your friends or for like your crush or whatever. This was a bit before my time because I wasn't old enough to experience this firsthand, but it was like a thing that you would do is like you know, kind of like how people sometimes will make, do people do this still? Actually, I don't know if kids do this today, but like, you know, for your friend's birthday or something like that, you'll be like, oh, I made you like a playlist of all your favorite songs, or like a playlist that describes us or something like that, right? So you do the same with the mixtapes. You'd sit there and be like, oh, it's my, you know, my girlfriend's birthday coming up. I'm going to make a mixtape for her as like a present. And then you would sit next to the radio and like, it was like I mean, it's a bit like a craft, like you made something for someone and they would be like, oh my gosh, thank you. Because it like takes work, you know, it is a known amount of effort. So it was like a thing that you could do to like show affection for people. And so I think there's a bit of romanticism based on that. Perhaps. I don't know if that's what your sister was like kind of trying to experience. I know what they are without growing up with them. I didn't use them much, but I remember recording a couple of my fave songs on the radio on tape. Yes. So then you don't have to wait for it to come up on the radio again. You can just listen to it whenever. Cassette tapes are retro. There's people selling them at too high a price. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing people wanted, but my mind was opened when I saw this artist table. I had them as like a 6-year-old on the tail end. I wish I could have saved them because I want to know what radio songs I recorded. It's like, what was I interested in? It's a little bit like an audio scrapbook in some ways. Like, this is what you were thinking about. I remember I had this adapter for my car's cassette tape slot to connect to a CD player. Oh yeah, uh-huh. Yep. That was a thing. I did have access floppy disks as a kid. Oh, okay. That's why your husband not knowing what that icon meant is baffling. Well, he knew what it meant. He just didn't. He thinks that floppy disks, the icon should be upside down. Or like he views it as upside down. He knows it's a floppy disk, but he's like, why is it upside down? I'm like, it's not upside down. The floppy disk icon is not upside down. And then we had a big argument about it. And then this like Tumblr famous like retro tech person named Foon. If you're into retro tech at all, you've probably seen their post that they reblogged it, and I was really because I drew a comic about it, not our argument. But I drew a comic about our argument, and then the person reblogged it. And I was very proud of myself. I was like, whoa. The floppy disk icon is absolutely right side up. That's what I'm saying. But apparently this is like a thing that people argue about. Like it is not. There's not a consensus about which way is the way that points up. I think it's not the same these days. When you made a mixtape, it took you at least an hour effort. Spotify playlist takes a minute. Yeah, it has a different feeling to it for sure. I think very similar but different feelings. Never much of a music guy. I didn't realize this later in life, but I get headaches when I listen to music after like 15-30 minutes. Okay. A lot of people just think it's the save icon. Oh yeah, for sure. I drew a comic about our argument. I've depicted you as a formless white blob. This isn't a Super Nintendo cartridge. The floppy icon is correctly oriented. Wait, let me look at the icon. Wait, hold on. I'm confused about... Okay, save icon. I'm gonna Google save icon. Oh my god. Okay, so I had it backwards. Wait, what? It's different in different icons. Okay, the save icon, okay, so I'm the one that thinks it's upside down, I guess. If I look at the save icons, I think this is upside down. And then my husband thinks the other way is upside down. And we had a fight about it. and then I talked to people about it at work, and then people at work had a fight about it. Anyway. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of music either, because I actually wasn't too much of a music person when I was a kid. But I had one of those talk girls there's a toy called the Talk Girl. And I guess it was marketed as a toy, but it really was just a recorder with like a tape recorder with a microphone on it. And like you would hold it like a camcorder, I guess. And then when you held it like that, the microphone would be like pointed toward your mouth, so it was easy to talk into. So I did a lot of that. I would like walk around the house or like go to my friend's house or whatever and like talk into the recorder and like record whatever whatever I want to say onto some cassette tapes. And those I'm really curious about. I really want to know what sort of things I talked about. I have no idea where those tapes are. Yeah, and but also like, you know, being a child, I think like a lot of it is probably lost because I probably was just reusing the same cassette tape over and over. You know, like I wasn't really thinking about like, oh, I want to archive this for the future. There's an old computer floppy game that fit on one side of a dual-side floppy disk, so they include a different version of the game on the flip side. If you put the disk in upside down, you played an upside-down version of the same game. What? That's so cool! What game is that? Do you happen to know what the name of the game is? That's very funny. I like that. It isn't that I don't like music, there's just consequences when I focus on it too long. Ah, okay. Oh no, that's like sad then. It's like you like music, but you can't listen to it for too long. I mean, I guess as long as you pace yourself and then you're just like enjoying it. I guess as long as there is a way of enjoying it, that's good. I guess I didn't notice before, but looking it up, lots of places are different on the orientation of the floppy disk icons. Yeah, it seems to not be... So for me, I believe the side with like the little metal slidey door thing that hides the magnetic tape inside, that's the bottom in my opinion. I consider that to be the bottom of the floppy disk. So like the side with the label, where the paper label is, that is the top of the floppy disk. That's my opinion. Cause like that's where, and apparently that is also a point of contention because my argument was like, oh, but the label is oriented that way on floppy disks. But apparently a lot of floppy disks were also printed with the label being oriented the other way, so that the words are, you know, like not or, you know, they're upside down or right side up depending on which way you turn the floppy disk. So apparently there's no consensus on that either. When I was young, my dad would play guitar and I'd come yelling, "Why would you do that?" He just wondered if he was that bad at playing. No, it was just her headache. Yes, she is. Oh no. Aww. Poor Power's dad. He was probably so startled. But glad you figured it out. And then hopefully your dad is not traumatized by thinking he's bad at guitar. Oh no. Poor child Power too. You probably didn't have a good way of like explaining what was going on for you. The game was called Karateka for the Apple II. Ah. Okay, that's hilarious. I had never heard of that. I love that fun fact about old video games. I can see it both ways. To me, when you're above a computer and inserting it, the metal part is facing away from you, so that's why I think it makes more sense at the top. But yeah, I know most floppy disks don't have the labels printed that way. Yeah, like yeah, the orientation of inserting the floppy disk was also a point of argument. I was like, when you put, it's like, you know, it's like you put it in like a Super Nintendo cartridge, and then my husband had the exact same argument as you, Matt, where it was like, oh, but when it's like pointing away from you, that's like the top, right? And I'm like, no! No! That's not the top of the floppy disk! And then CDs came out, and the war was forever quelled. Alexander Dean, hello. You love this song? It is a very good song from a very good game. Seaside Town. I should add the RuneScape like sea shanty song to this playlist. It's not my playlist. I'd have to copy it, but because it's like a beach summer playlist. He's not bad at playing guitar. I just had issues. Yeah. You seen that game on some bad game tournaments? Wait, what's a bad game tournament? I would like to attend a bad game tournament. Okay, this is the hair. Okay. I love watching bad video games. I've been watching Game Grumps play through Limbo of the Lost, which is just a bonkers, I guess, PC game. And it's so hard to explain. It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's like 1,000,000 hours long. And that's been very fun to watch because it's just like morbidly fascinating. You just watch the whole game and you're like, who made these creative decisions and why did they think this was gonna be fine? Toby also told me he doesn't believe love is real, but he's staying hopeful. Oh no! Toby Fox. Wow, Toby Fox really opens up to you, Greg. I'm glad you're his friend. I consider the top of the floppy disk to be the part with the metal because that's the orientation I put mine in because I had a floppy disk that was horizontal. Disk drive that was horizontal, yes. Oh yeah, same here. But I still think of it as the bottom, even though I mean, you know, I think that's how most people put floppy disks in, but I don't know, I just think it's the bottom. I was just raised that way. You wouldn't say you're friends? Uh-oh. Don't let Toby Fox know. He needs a place to crash when he visits Argentina. Oh, okay. So you're like his, it's like an extended relative. It's like you don't really know them, but it's like, oh, but they're your cousin, so you can just like, you get a free pass to staying at their house or whatever. Oh no, this is too... I should not have selected this part. I did that when I was, I actually really dislike doing that, because it's like, just because they're my cousin doesn't make me more comfortable with staying at their house. But, I did do that once, when I was visiting... college to like kind of check it out. I had a cousin who's sort of close to me in age. She's just a couple of years older than me. She was actually living near there, and so she was like, and so I guess my parents like asked her like, oh, can Joy stay at your place while she's like visiting up there? And she was like, oh yeah, sure. So I like stayed in her, like, you know, her apartment. And I didn't know what to do with myself because she was like, you know, off, you know, working her job or whatever. So, and I didn't know, like, I was like, and I don't know why. I guess you probably just, you don't want to give your college kid cousin like your keys, right? And maybe you don't even have an extra one. So I just like, I'd visit the college and then you know, and then I stayed at a place during the day when I wasn't doing college visit stuff. And she just like, and I just sat in her apartment and I just like watched, I think she put on like Scrubs for me. She's like, here, you can watch this. I was like, okay. I watched Scrubs until she came back. And then I remember her asking me when she came back, she was like, oh, did you like the show? And I was like, yeah, it was funny. And I literally remember doing nothing else. Like, I don't think we like did anything together. I just remember sitting in her apartment and like watching Scrubs because I had nothing else to do. think he's intoxicated when he tells me. He's real quiet otherwise. Sounds like a formula for awkward silences and situations. Well, it was less like, I mean, because she wasn't there, I guess, which is maybe a good thing. Not that I dislike this cousin. She's probably one of the cousins that I'm like more familiar with, that I know a little bit better. But, you know, and she's not like a, you know, I think she's a nice person. She's like a cool, nice person. But like, yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, we don't have anything in common, really. Like, she was like a sorority girl, you know? And I'm like a nerd and a gamer, and like she was not. So that's why I watched Scrubs at her house. I experienced normie life for a little while. I can't remember why I spent so much time inside her apartment though. Like what was I doing there? I can't remember. Like, and like she was at work or something? I don't remember. It's funny. Yeah, why was I trapped inside of her apartment? And why did she give me Scrubs to watch? And it might have been, you know, this was like before Netflix was, I think, like a big thing. And so I think she just had a bunch of DVDs. So I was just like going through the DVDs, I guess. And the worst thing is I don't even remember what I watched. Like I don't remember any of the characters. I don't remember anything. Okay, I finally finished selecting this, and we're gonna put some base colors down. Oh, I gotta think about what color schemes I want. I need to look back up like Harajuku Deco fashion. I don't remember what this style's called. So in the original ink drawing, it's like half her hair is like dark and half her hair is like light. I had this kind of half and half thing going on. I wonder if I want to do that. Oh, Decora fashion, that's what it's called. Ooh, I gotta give her like a pastel hair color. Describing yourself as nerd and her normie, I guess some people see it that way. Am I as in how, like, am I not a nerd? I think I should make a separate layer for the hair because I think the hair is going to be complicated enough that I should make an actual separate layer. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. I wish there was a better way to do this selection stuff. It takes so long to do. I don't even think that word means anything. Normie? Normie or nerd? Or both? I mean, if you think about it, there isn't really anything. Nobody's really normal. If you think about it. Everyone's got... Oh, nerd? Oh, okay. Nerd doesn't mean anything anymore? Nerd used to be an insult in like the early 2000s. You would go to school and kids would be like, "You nerd, you're such a nerd," and then you'd be like, "I'm not a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I don't even know what that means, but I'm not a nerd." I'm not speaking from real life experience. I promise. Nerd is what you want it to mean. Yeah, I mean, it's very much it has a bit of a positive connotation, I would say. You'd be like, "Oh, I'm such a nerd." You're like, "I'm such a nerd about this stuff." And you're like, "Oh, that's cool. It's cool to be a nerd about things." Like, it's definitely a lot more positive than it used to be. But I do remember an era of it being like, Yeah, like kids would call you that at school and you'd be like, I'm not a nerd. Again, not speaking from personal experience. I promise. Don't worry. Toby told me he had some cool cousins he hasn't seen in years. He thought it was a bit of a shame. Oh. It's alright, Toby. Is Toby in the room with you now? Are you getting this like live feed of Toby? Presumably Toby Fox. Confessions. Okay. Hair. Check. Now, what color should the hair be? I'm thinking about doing some kind of gradient with, like, I don't know, pink? Pastel pink? Pink and like a orange or brown or something? Black? Like what if the hair was like this? Is this too... Pink should be brighter. It kind of just looks like she's in like a weird shadow. One of those things that started pejorative and got reclaimed. Yeah. I think of nerd as passionate hobby pursuer as opposed to geek, which I think of as awkward, unlikable nerd. Oh. Sorry. I realized I was drinking my water bottle right into the microphone. Sorry if you heard me drinking water. Oh, interesting. I think geek has also been kind of, let's see. Like if somebody called me a geek, you're a geek. You're such a geek. It does feel a little more negative than nerd, but it doesn't feel as negative as it used to. You're a geek. I'm such a geek. Then yes, I'm a nerd. It's funny, it was always the reverse in my life. Oh. I think nerd has softened up a bit. I don't know if I'm happy with this. Should I do like an orange? Orange? Ooh, this I guess the orange makes it feel a bit more Halloween-y. I just realized I'm missing a bit of stuff here. Go? Geek was the nicer one growing up. Huh. Oh, Despairing Dark also thinks it's the opposite. Really? Huh. Yeah, I think I feel similarly to Juicebox, where like I feel like nerd is softer than geek. Backseat votes orange. Okay. Yeah, I think the orange looks nice. Maybe let me make it a bit more saturated. Like, whoa, wrong thing. Pink and orange. Trying to get it half and half. Okay, maybe like this. Okay. And then and then gosh, pink. And what should the cardigan color be? I'm looking at reference pictures. There's so much happening in these pictures. Oh my god. Just like the most saturated colors, I guess. I think geek was more offensive in the 80s, but who uses it as an insult nowadays? I lived in 6 states before I was in 9th grade. Maybe I'm mixed up. Darn American cultural drift. You've picked up the connotations from multiple states. I just felt like geek was used more as you're a nerd who's really weird. So it's like harsher. seems harsher, maybe. I don't know. I want to. Okay, so let me try on some colors. I'm just gonna like. I'm just gonna roughly select the sweater area. Yellow might be kind of nice. That's a lot going on though. We could do like a hot pink. That could be good too. And just do like a pink and yellow theme? Maybe? I guess the early 2000s high school movies label that crowd as the geeks. Yeah. Geek was always nerd that isn't too obnoxious or insistent. A geek will enthuse, but they won't get actively angry if they don't want to engage. Huh, interesting. I wonder if this is a known phenomenon, like the differing like, you know, different areas of the United States putting geek and nerd in like on different levels relative to each other. Both of them are silly labels. I bet people are just use the term hobbyist now. Yeah, I mean, some people I think use it to refer to themselves in a kind of like, you know, slightly humble way. Orange, maybe not orange, because the pumpkin's probably gonna be orange. Just like a super bright. Could do this. Could also do like a blue. That's not bad either. Okay, Greg just thinks they're meaningless. Blue is a bit too much. Yellow? Maybe yellow? I don't know. I don't know how fashion works. I kind of like yellow, but I also think it clashes with the hair color a bit. So maybe I have to maybe this, and then maybe pink is a bit too cool, I think. No? Is this better? Like a slightly more orangey pink? I guess that seems like it fits a bit better. I personally think labeling is mostly a fool's errand. And then I want to block in some colors. I think in the original drawing I had her like odd-eyed, but like opposite. I don't know if that would just look overwhelmingly like weird. Oops. Like one orange eye and maybe one. Maybe pink is too weird. Maybe yellow eye, like this. Laying out the colors. I don't know what I'm doing. Hikari Asturu, hello! Welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a good weekend. I am sitting here struggling to decide what colors I want to make this character wear, because this is not something that I normally think about when I am doing Inktober drawings. Okay, so the pumpkin's gonna be orange. The pumpkin is gonna be orange, so then maybe the inner shirt should be something that contrasts to like a dark blue. Is this too, I feel like that's too much. This maybe? But is that not extra enough? This is the problem. Basically rationalizing you treating something or someone with disrespect. Labeling is oh, I see. Like labeling as othering. Ah, I see. I don't know. I think that can be true, but I also think that some people use it as a way to find community. I think it's in how it's used. But yeah, there's not a clear line, I feel like. Why is it Inktober and August? Oh, so this is yes, so I should probably explain. So this is a drawing that I drew for Inktober in 2020. And yes, so this was from several years ago. And for all of my Inktober years, since I did 30-ish drawings per Inktober, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a book for each of the years that I do Inktober. And then I did that for I think like the first 4 years I did Inktober, and then I just kept putting off making the books, even though I kept doing the challenges. So I actually have like I have several years of drawings that I wanted to make into books. So I want to make like an Inktober 2020 like book, or like here's like a PDF or like a print book of all of the drawings that I did for that year. But to make the book, I need to make covers. And each Inktober I drew a drawing that was not a fan art drawing that I was like, oh, I'm gonna, I'll draw it as Inktober, and then at some point I will color it in and make it the cover art. So I'm doing that now, 5 years later. Because I'm like, I need to get this off my plate. I need to make these into books. I'll turn them into like digital download, like PDFs, like put them up on my Etsy, and then people can look at them. And I don't know. And I think that'll be nice. Yeah. You don't need the words to find community. Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. I don't think you need the words necessarily, but I'm just saying that I think some people use them to find community. I cannot decide what colors I want. I feel like I don't understand the Decora fashion well enough. Pink? Maybe I should do pink? So anyway, that's the ooh, okay, maybe pink, bright hot pink. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. You think it looks nice? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's funny how like drawing over this 5 years later, like I definitely am like, it's a nice reminder that I've improved, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna redraw this part and that part because it doesn't look quite right to me or whatever. So it's kind of an interesting exercise. I want to draw like a rainbow, one of those big rainbow swirly lollipops. That's what I was imagining when I drew this. I should probably put this on its own layer. Green. Boom, 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 boom. Green, orange. Okay. Swirly lollipop. I don't know. It kind of just looks like she has a lollipop mouth, which I guess is what's happening. Halls of Orion. Oh, thank you for the lurk. Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time, and I hope you have a good lurk. Categories are either way too broad or too detailed. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember you saying this before. Yep. Oh, I don't know about the rainbow. The rainbow lollipop looks too... I don't know, it's like too eye-catching for being right in the middle of her face. I mean, maybe I have to make it a more like muted rainbow color. I mean, it could just be like a... It could just be kind of like a red and white one, so it doesn't look so crazy. Maybe make it a cold color. Yeah. Yeah, because we don't have any cold colors, but I'm also wary of making it too eye-catching. I think what I should do, I wonder if I should make the eyes a cold color, you know? Like this? So that the eyes stand out, maybe? Oh god. She looks like a DeviantArt OC, but I don't hate that. Like the kind of player that would love picking is normally turned off by the genre. Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate changing the eyes to neon green and blue. There was this comic that was floating around I saw on Blue Sky a little while ago by, I think it's by Shen X Comics? Is it Shen X Comics? What's the guy's name? Shen Comics. I think it's Shen Comics. But it's just like a comic that's just like, or let me find it. I shouldn't try to describe it. It's like, it's like this, you know, crazy looking character, and it's like, hey, it's your old OC. You haven't drawn me in a while. And it's like, no, it's okay. I totally understand. And it's just like, I'm proud of you. Shen Comics. Okay. And then people drew like fan art of her and stuff. It's really cute. I thought it was so wholesome. You hate them? Well, give this one a try. I think this one's cute. Oops. Did this work? I like this one. I thought this one was really cute. I pasted it in the chat. And now I'm going to close my browser because it's causing problems. I think the shirt is still too eye-catching. I don't want it to be so eye-catching. I guess I can just make it a... lighter pink, maybe? I don't know. I'm scanning and looking for ideas. I think I should make the yellow more light. It looks too heavy otherwise. Oh yeah, maybe that's better. I liked his recent comic shirt about Triple Baka with Nero. I haven't read it. I don't think I follow him. It just showed up. This particular one about OCs showed up on my feed, and I was like, oh, that's nice. I have no idea how to convince people to play Pikmin. Paper just screams a specific kind of gamer, but I think everyone except that kind of gamer would love it. Oh, interesting. We got colors now. We do. I'm struggling to figure out exactly how I want to do this. And I'm actually wondering if I want to like... Do I want to... Oops, that's the hair. I feel like the hair is too peach now. Should I make it more pink? This? Does this look better? But it's too... Like this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They seem to have a lot of comics that made them super depressed, but the recent stuff makes it seem like they're doing better. Oh, okay. That's good. I didn't realize they were going through a hard time. I'm sad to hear that. That their comics just got like overly popular and did that get to them? Like the pressure or something? Maybe what I need to do is make this a clearer boundary. Is that what I need? No, this is too Todoroki from My Hero Academia. Everyone made fun of the bike one? Oh. Beeb has been wanting to play off stream and saving more entertaining for stream. Yes. Too Todoroki. That was years ago at this point. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, whatever the case was, I'm glad they're doing better. I am struggling with the hair. I am struggling with the hair. What if What if it was like... Okay, what if it was not sideways gradient, but what if it was vertical? Upper gradient? Do I like that more? What if it was like this? Or what if it was just pink? Oh my god. What if it was just pink? I might like this better, actually. Just pink. And then... Or what if it was like... purple? No, not purple. What if it was like a bright blue? No, I think I like the pink. I think I like the pink. And then the shirt. What is the inside? Blue. Maybe now we can add in a blue. Oops. Now we can add in a blue, cause no, that's still blue. Green? Mint green? Green? I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. The green isn't the worst thing. Okay, so she's a bit more pastel, but maybe this is fine. She's more pastel than the bright colors, which is maybe okay. Your stream community should make a betting pool for how long you last playing Hollow Knight when you inevitably play it, because chat doesn't believe you'd enjoy it. Aw. Are you planning to play Hollow Knight, Beam? I have never played it myself. It, I think, is a game that I would have a hard time beating because it's a hard game. I'm gonna make it more saturated, green. Maybe this is fine. Okay, I think the rainbow looks a little better now. Like this. And then I also want to like make these, you know, make these like rainbow, just blocking in colors. Something like that, maybe. Need some pink in there. Okay. Something like that, maybe? Sorry, what did you ask me? Oh, I was asking if you were planning to play Hollow Knight, just because Power brought it up. Nistrata wants to see the Pikmin 4! Yeah, go over to Beeb's stream. Beeb just started. Or, I mean, not streaming, but, like, Beeb just started playing Pikmin, like, the game, recently. I can vouch for Beeb being an entertaining and funny person to watch. So, if you would like to watch somebody playing Pikmin 4 for the first time, I think Beeb is a great choice. Cool art stream, gotta go now. Okay, bye, Greg! Thank you for coming. She was deciding between Hollow Knight and Pikmin 4 for this month. Everyone's chat was, you aren't good enough and persistent enough to get very far in Hollow Knight. I think you'd enjoy Pikmin more. Well, let her prove you guys wrong. I believe. I believe. I believe. There we go. How's that? I believe. You can use that for free. You can use that phrase for free. That's on the house. I was thinking about it because it was cheaper than Pikmin. Ah, okay. If Beeb played Hollow Knight, we'd get. I'm a believer. And then I saw her play. Now I'm a believer. A believer. A bit hard to say, but I think it kind of rolls off the tongue. Am I happy with the colors? I don't know. I still am bothered by the shirt color. Maybe I should just make it white. No, that'd be boring. That would be super boring. Or should I just make it another yellow color? That might be cute too. Like a light yellow. Light yellow. Justin Bieber's community basically owns it. They own believer? Isn't it a different word for Justin Bieber? Belieber? I think it's a different word. I'd be really surprised if Justin Bieber's fan community called themselves believers. Because it's so hard to say. Did you see there's a new Sakuna game coming? Yeah, I saw you repost. It must have been an announcement post or something. I didn't look into it more, but then I clicked through and then I saw somebody, maybe you, also commented that it was like a mobile game. And you were like, oh, it's a mobile game. And I was like, it's a mobile game? I love mobile games. I play so many mobile games. But yeah, I guess it does put the question on the table of, is this going to be like a paid gacha sort of situation? And is that going to be used responsibly? Is that mechanic going to be used responsibly? Colors are turning out cute so far. Oh, thank you. Okay. I think not getting too crazy with the main base colors and then letting the accessories be the colorful parts. Maybe that's what I should do. They did call themselves Believers. Oh, okay. I respect you enough to not try to trick you into playing it for my own twisted amusement. You're cooler than Justin Bieber, so that is true. That is true. You should give her a graphic tee with a weird quote she found in a thrift store. I did see a guy at the convention yesterday wearing a shirt that I liked because I related to it. And it just said, I think it was just like literally just like Times New Roman font, like no graphics or anything. It just said, I've never played it. Cool music though. And I was like, if that isn't me, I don't know what it is. Just like rocking out to Castlevania music and other things that I've never played the game for. Bebieber? Is it Bebieber? It's not Believer, right? Believer. It's Bebieber. Bebieber sounds more correct, perhaps. Belieber? Is it Belieber? Okay. I think I have decided on the colors. Oh my gosh, what time is it? I don't know. Is this a good time to end the stream? I don't know. I kind of want to start on the colors a little bit, but I feel like this was a good like stopping point too. What should I do? I don't know. What should I do? Beeb's captions often think she's saying Bieber when she says Beeb. Oh, because Bieber is in those automatic translation, classification models or whatever. Puglord, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about my art stream. I guess I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going on the art stream. Gotta put in some shade. Blushy blush. Oh, let me close that up. nice to draw. I was thinking about making a video. Wait, did I talk about this last time? I was thinking about making a video where it's just like a supercut of me just like crying about my art and being like, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to draw, and then it just like jumping to the end and be like, oh, this looks pretty good. And just like doing that over and over again. I think that would be funny, but I also think it would take a lot of effort to edit, so I don't know if I actually want to make it. I feel like I did mention this on stream. I'm sorry if I'm saying stories again. The captions on this stream are like a few seconds ahead of the stream for me, so I know what you're about to say before you say it. What? That's crazy! Is my stream like super delayed or something? Is my stream delayed more than usual? That would be very strange. Okay. Okay, shadow. Why does the brush look so weird? Okay, whatever. This is fine. This is fine. No more than usual? Oh, okay. Oh, but the captions are faster? I guess it's easier to transmit. I guess it's easier to transmit text than it is to transmit video and sound. So I suppose that makes sense. What kind of shirt would this girl wear? Has to be like... What kind of hobbies do you think this girl has? She seems like somebody that would be into Tamagotchis. I haven't played Hollow Knight. It looks like something that would try my patience. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it looks difficult. That's what I've heard. That it's a difficult game. That is why I'm like, I don't know if I want to play it, but also I want to know what the lore is. I heard the story's good. Makes me want to play it, even though I'd be bad at it. Okay, put a bit of shading around her nose area. Okay. Seems good. I don't want to play a Metroidvania, I just want to play Metroid. I mean, that seems like a doable, achievable goal, doesn't it? I kind of want to play Metroid for the first time as well sometime. I don't know if I can commit to finishing it though, that's the problem. I'm scared of that. Please do. I love Metroid so much. I want to pew pew and shoot doors open. The specific Metroid experience. And I want to try a Castlevania for the first, or like once, and then get really hype when Vampire Killer comes on. I'm like, I know this song. I know it. Metroid is good stuff. You can get the lore better from a video essay from the game itself. It's a lot of extracurricular reading than being in a game. Yeah, but I also really like, I mean, something I really like about video games is how gameplay gets like kind of mixed in with the storytelling. And I don't know if like, you know, I don't know if people would say Hollow Knight is a particularly good example of that, but that is something that I enjoy, like experiencing the lore in the game. But of course, you know, different games, it varies from game to game how well they pull that off. So sometimes it doesn't work out the way I hope. Not Not a ton of story was stated in the game. It's about the vibes and logical conclusions. Yeah, I like this stuff. It's like a darker, more poetic, Phoenix Wright experience. You'd be like, oh, this person said that, and this person said that. It means, oh no, this person is dead, or whatever, Or like, there was some kind of calamity that happened, however many years ago, and this is how people talk about it. I actually like piecing all that stuff together. But yeah, you're right. Like, totally for dot hack, for example, like I'm gonna read the wiki. Like, because there's no way I'm gonna get my hands on everything, but I'll play as much as I feel like, and then I'll fill in the picture. Very few characters speak, and significant portions of the lore are only stated out of game. Ah, okay, I see. Dread is a recent one. I think is a fun as a first time pickup. Dread. Do I know Dread? That sounds familiar. Dread game? I'm googling Dread game. A horror role-playing game. Oh wait, no, this is different. Oh, I've played. Okay, Dread is also the name of a tabletop RPG that I have played with. I had GM'd for, which is fun. If you guys haven't tried it, it's a very easy game to pick up, and it's fun because instead of rolling dice like you would for Dungeons and Dragons, the way you determine the success of moves is to pull a block from a Jenga tower. So the story gets more dangerous as time goes on, and I think it's quite fun. But it is also really easy to die. Metroid Dread. Oh, okay. Metroid Dread. I just searched for Dread and reminded me of this game I played a long time ago. That's actually genius, right? Isn't it so cool? And I think the people who made it, they have like a story, like a pre-written story that you can use. It's fun. You have to be okay with dying though. There's very low chance of like any heroics succeeding. It's just a story about. So I think the story is like some people go camping and then they all die. Rudiger Smoot, hello. Jojo returns. Just for a little while longer. I'm probably gonna wrap up stream pretty soon. But the yapping, there's still a bit of fuel left in the yapping engine. People enjoy it because they like that kind of game, but it's not my taste. And usually that kind of player is the kind of player that's okay bashing their head against 500 everything 500 times until you win. Yeah, no, I'm much the same way in that, like, I usually, yeah, if a game is too hard, I'm like I'm gonna watch somebody else play it and enjoy it like that. I wish I could get into tabletop, but I have so little brain RAM. Yeah, that is a completely fair thing. It does take, I mean, especially when you're starting out and like you have never played before. What the frick is going on? Oh, here. Okay. Especially if you've never played tabletop before, or if you're like getting back into tabletop games or RPGs, I should say, not just board games, but if you're getting back into it after a long time, it is quite a bit of what's it called? Like it's a context switch for sure. Like there's a particular way that your brain has to kind of think about playing that is sometimes a little hard to tap into. You think she gets skill cap? I think it's still fun to try. Don't you think? It's fun to try something new. Why not? So you're gonna get skill capped. What's the problem? I'm sure there are other ways you can enjoy. You can enjoy walking around the environment. Or maybe it's just a matter, I know for me it's like maybe it's a matter of me just kind of understanding what everybody's so hyped about. And then being like, now I can have an intelligent conversation about Hollow Knight. I think there's a lot you can do. Even if you're, quote unquote, not going to be good at it or whatever. I think that's okay. But yeah. Yeah, I recommend the Dread game. I don't know, it's kind of fun. Maybe Nis, if you have a friend who's like tabletop game curious and they're kind of willing to set it up for you. If you're just playing, it doesn't require too much brain RAM. You're kind of, you know, somebody setting up the story and then you react to it. And then you pull a Jenga block and then you die maybe. Which I think is fine. Okay. I feel like I'm making the eyes too... I don't know. I should plan out the... I should plan out the shade colors before I get too far into everything. Make sure everything is... kind of feels harmonious. They actually had a few friends and they moved away just recently. A few friends that wanted to give it a go and they moved away. No! I guess it's harder to do. Actually, honestly, with D&D, it's not too hard to do over video, but doing a Jenga-based game might be pretty hard over video. Aw. That's so sad. Maybe if they ever come visit or something. Maybe you can try it then. Yeah, I'm very lucky that I happened to make friends with some college people that wanted to give it a try, and one of our college friend had a friend who had played before. And so they really kind of like showed us the ropes. I think otherwise we would have just like fizzled out probably. But that friend was able to kind of be like, you know, showed us like what was possible and stuff. And like, oh yeah, you can like, you're like, your character, like my character does this, and we'd be like, what? You could do that? And he's like, yeah. That's so cool. Beeb's fairly new to gaming, last 3 years, has never anything harder than Repo. Yeah, well, I mean, there's a first time for anything. I don't know. Let the Beeb do whatever. I think she can do whatever she wants. You have to make it further into the game than Beeb would, as you have the 2D platformer experience from when you were a kid. I mean, yeah, but I'm also... I wouldn't say I'm great at 2D platforming. But I mean, I think it's kind of fun to like experience stuff, you know, even if I'm bad at it. Which like weirdly is kind of how you get good at art. Like that's how you just kind of keep making stuff even though it looks bad. And then at some point you kind of get less bad. But like the trick is you just kind of have to persevere. And I feel like that's a thing that, I mean, it's not a thing that I feel like a lot of people talk about, but I think it's mostly because it's hard to notice when it's happening. Because it's so gradual. Oh yeah, look at that gradient color. I was just saying she give up pretty quick. I think it's still more fun to explore and be like, ah, okay, this game isn't for me, but I'm glad I tried. Yeah. I don't know. And then you might be surprised. I don't know. Maybe you find a way to enjoy it or whatever. I like this gradient hair. I like the shadow. I'm glad I picked the pink hair. It's working for me. All right. Let's, maybe we can wrap it up here. It's almost dinner time for me. And my yapping engine is running low. I think I socialized more than I expected this whole weekend. So now I'm like, I'm tired. Let's get some rest. So I'm gonna be streaming next on Tuesday. And we'll be playing some more Sakuna. Oh, do I need to grind in Sakuna before streaming on Tuesday? I don't know. It's probably fine. So I'm gonna be streaming on Tuesday. I won't be streaming on Friday and Saturday because I'm gonna be out on a trip. visiting family. So, but I'll be still here on Tuesday. And just as a reminder, I do have that fundraiser link pinned to the top of the chat. If you want to check it out at some point, the fundraiser is going to be open till the end of today. So if you are, want to send a couple of bucks over to a good cause on behalf of my birthday, that would be super swell. I would be very happy if that happened. But also, if you don't have the means, don't worry about it. Take care of yourselves first, of course. What else is there? I think that's all I have to say. So let me go to the raid screen and see if there's anybody raid. Post a fundraiser on Discord. Oh yes, thank you for the reminder. That's a great idea. I will do that. I will do that right after this. Okay, so raiding to who's online right now? Ultramelon's playing Super Mario Party Jamboree. Oh, Light Laser's just playing Final Fantasy 14. Love that. Oh, G-Spox is playing Virtua Fighter, I think. Oh, Brian so is doing a concert watch party. Oh, that must have been for the event that he was hosting yesterday, I think. Gosh, what do I want to do? I don't know. I don't know where to go. Let's go to the Chow Racing, because it's been a while. I saw that it's up again. Let's go to Chow Racing. All right. See you over at Chow Racing, everybody. So I'll see you on Tuesday for Sakuna. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me yap and while I draw. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. So I'll see you on Tuesday. Oh, I'm stuttering so much. What's wrong with me? Okay, I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye!